I realize we all have our cultural differences.
The Fallout Wasteland has never been a friendly place, but Fallout Season 2 just crossed a whole new line. One moment, Lucy is following her moral compass, trying to do the right thing in a broken world, and the next, she's staring down one of the most brutal factions the franchise has ever created. If you thought Raiders were bad, or that the Brotherhood of Steel was intense, Caesar's Legion makes them look tame. This group doesn't just survive the apocalypse, they conquer it, enslave it, and call it civilization. And the moment Lucy runs into them, the entire direction of Season 2 changes. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master, and today we're breaking down who Caesar's Legion really is, where they come from, and why their arrival in Fallout Season 2 might be the darkest turn the series has taken yet.
Golden rule, motherfucker.
The Golden Rule and Lucy's Fatal Choice. The title of the episode, The Golden Rule, isn't subtle, and that's the point. Lucy truly believes in doing unto others as she would want done unto herself. It's a philosophy drilled into her from the vault, a belief that kindness and cooperation are the foundation of rebuilding civilization. The Ghoul, on the other hand, has lived too long in the wasteland to buy into that idea. To him, morality is a luxury that usually gets people killed. So when Lucy hears a woman crying out in pain, she doesn't hesitate. She runs toward the sound, even as the Ghoul warns her that it's probably a trap. They find the woman injured from a rad scorpion attack, surrounded by danger. Together, they fight off the creatures, and when the dust settles, Lucy makes another critical decision. She uses her only remaining medical supplies to save the stranger, even though the Ghoul himself has been wounded. It's a pure, selfless act, and in almost any other story, it would be rewarded. In Fallout, it's punished immediately. The woman Lucy saves is wearing a toga, a strange detail that feels out of place in the wasteland. That costume is the first hint that something is very wrong. Instead of parting ways in gratitude, the woman leads Lucy and the Ghoul straight into an ambush. In a matter of moments, Lucy's belief in the Golden Rule lands her in chains, surrounded by armed soldiers who look like they've stepped out of a twisted Roman reenactment. This is Caesar's Legion. Who exactly is Caesar's Legion? Caesar's Legion is one of the most infamous factions in the Fallout universe, especially for players of Fallout New Vegas. They are not a loose collection of survivors or a democratic alliance trying to rebuild society. They are an imperialistic slaver society, structured as a totalitarian dictatorship with absolute loyalty demanded from its members. The Legion was founded by Edward Sallow, a former member of the Followers of the Apocalypse. Sallow was originally a scholar, someone who studied Old World history. During his travels in the wasteland, he became fascinated by the Roman Empire, particularly its ability to impose order through strength, discipline, and fear. Over time, Sallow abandoned his old identity and began calling himself Caesar, modeling his entire society after his interpretation of ancient Rome. To Caesar, the wasteland is chaos incarnate. Democracy, personal freedom, and individual identity are weaknesses that lead to instability. His solution is conquest. He believes that only through absolute control can civilization be reborn, even if that civilization is cruel, oppressive, and built on the backs of slaves. Members of Caesar's Legion are stripped of their former identities. Tribes conquered by the Legion are either absorbed or destroyed. Men are typically forced into military service, trained from a young age to be soldiers who obey without question. Women are enslaved, used for labor or breeding, treated as property rather than people. Individuality is erased in favor of loyalty to Caesar and the Legion. A Roman Empire reborn in the wasteland. Visually and culturally, Caesar's Legion is one of the most striking factions in Fallout. Their use of togas, football-style armor, red banners, and Roman titles like Centurion and Legate immediately sets them apart from other wasteland groups. This isn't just aesthetic flair, it's ideological branding. The Legion deliberately rejects most advanced technology. Guns are used, but sparingly, and often reserved for higher-ranking officers. Melee weapons, brute strength, and close combat are emphasized. Caesar believes that reliance on on technology makes people weak and dependent, leading to the same kind of collapse that destroyed the old world in the first place. Language is another tool of control. Legion members use Roman-inspired terminology to reshape how they think about the world. Slavery becomes service, conquest becomes civilization, brutality becomes order. By reframing violence as necessity, the Legion justifies its atrocities as the cost of rebuilding society. In Fallout Season 2, these elements come across immediately. The Legion soldiers aren't just violent, they're disciplined. They move with purpose, follow a clear hierarchy, and act with complete confidence in their moral superiority. To them, Lucy isn't just a captive. She's proof that the old ideas of kindness and mercy are outdated and dangerous. Lucy versus the Legion's worldview. Lucy's capture by Caesar's Legion is more than just a plot twist. It's a direct ideological clash. Lucy represents the vault-born belief that humanity can be better, that cooperation and empathy are the keys to survival. Caesar's Legion represents the opposite, that humanity is inherently violent, and only through force can it be controlled. The ghoul warned Lucy that helping strangers in the wasteland is a mistake, and in this case, he's proven right. But that doesn't mean Lucy was wrong to help. The show is clearly setting up a deeper question. Is Lucy's morality naive? Or is it the only hope left in a world like this? Caesar's Legion thrives because people are afraid. Fear keeps slaves in line. Fear keeps soldiers obedient. Fear keeps conquered territories from rebelling. Lucy, however, doesn't operate on fear. Even in captivity, her belief in the Golden Rule is a threat to the Legion's philosophy. If people start believing that kindness can exist without punishment, the entire foundation of Caesar's empire begins to crack. Caesar's Legion in Fallout New Vegas. To understand why Caesar's Legion is such a big deal in the show, it helps to look at their role in Fallout New Vegas. In the game, the player takes on the role of the courier, a delivery person who gets caught in a massive power struggle over the city of New Vegas and the surrounding Mojave wasteland. The Legion is one of the main factions competing for control, alongside the New California Republic, Mr. House, and independent options shaped by the player's choices. Unlike many factions, the Legion is unapologetically evil in its methods, but it also presents a disturbing argument. Under their rule, the wasteland becomes safer from random violence. Roads are secure, raiders are wiped out, crime is brutally punished. This moral gray area is what makes the Legion so compelling. They are monsters, but they are organized monsters. In some endings of New Vegas, Caesar's Legion successfully conquers the Strip, drives out the New California Republic, and imposes their rule over the city. Slavery becomes widespread, freedom disappears, but a twisted form of stability emerges. It's a horrifying version of civilization, but it's still civilization. What the Legion's arrival means for Fallout Season 2. By introducing Caesar's Legion in Season 2, Episode 2, the show is sending a clear message. This isn't just a personal journey for Lucy and the ghoul anymore. This is about power, ideology, and the future of the Mojave. The presence of the Legion confirms that the series is adapting the Civil War storyline from Fallout New Vegas, where multiple factions are fighting to become the dominant force in the region. We've already seen hints of competing interests throughout the season, but Caesar's Legion raises the stakes dramatically. They're not interested in compromise or negotiation. They don't form alliances unless it benefits their expansion. Everyone else is either a potential recruit, a slave, or an enemy. Lucy's capture places her directly in the heart of this conflict. Whether she escapes, resists from within, or becomes a symbol of defiance, her interaction with the Legion is going to shape the rest of the season. For the ghoul, the Legion represents a familiar kind of evil, one he's likely seen before. For Lucy, it's a brutal lesson in how the wasteland really works. The challenge ahead for Lucy and the Ghoul. Caesar's Legion isn't just dangerous because of their numbers, they're dangerous because they believe they're right. That kind of conviction makes them relentless. Driving them out of New Vegas or even surviving an encounter with them won't be easy. Lucy and the Ghoul are fundamentally different people, but Caesar's Legion forces them to confront the same question from opposite angles. Is survival about becoming harder and more ruthless, or about holding on to humanity at all costs? The Legion's existence suggests that the wasteland rewards cruelty, but Lucy's journey suggests that cruelty isn't the end of the story. As Fallout Season 2 continues, Caesar's Legion stands as one of the most formidable threats yet. They're not just enemies to fight, they're an ideology to overcome. And in a world where order is built on chains and blood, Lucy's belief in the Golden Rule might be the most dangerous weapon of all. Our nerdy thoughts. Caesar's Legion isn't just another enemy Lucy and the Ghoul can shoot their way through. They represent everything the wasteland has become when fear replaces hope and order is built on cruelty. Lucy's belief in doing the right thing has finally collided head-on with a faction that sees mercy as weakness, and that clash is going to define the rest of Fallout Season 2. With New Vegas becoming the ultimate prize and multiple factions closing in, the real question isn't who will win the war. It's what kind of world will be left standing when it's over. If you want more Fallout lore breakdowns, episode explanations, and deep dives into the Wasteland's darkest secrets, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This is your nerdy show, and the Wasteland is only getting started.
Cruel. I am nothing like you.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.